What is up, my guys? It is the Sound Alchemist coming back at you with those 40 facts on the Warhammer 40k universe. So today, originally, I was going to show you the Heretic Astartes army that I have going on. I don't know why I said it like that. Heretic Astartes. But anyway, I am starting a Chaos army, and it is a splinter from my Celestial Sons. They are the Infernal Sons. So I thought I'm going to show it off, show you guys what I have planned, what I have so far, but I've got a few things still in the mail, so I decided to wait till everything has arrived. Therefore, today's video will be all about the Tau drones. So I really like the drones because they show that the Tau are a highly advanced, or technologically advanced nation for that matter. Well, not a nation, a race. And they have AI in their drones, something that humanity had quite a while back, and then the AI turned on them. So is this some kind of foreshadowing for the Tau? Who knows? You gotta wait and see. Maybe GW goes that route. Maybe they decide to avoid that entirely. But anyway, I do like drones very much. And today we're going to be focusing on the drones that you don't really hear too much. Obviously you've got your mainstream ones such as your gun drone, your shield drone, but today I'm talking about the more obscure ones. So sit back, grab a few burrs, that's beer, or grab some chips and Coke. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy as we talk about 40 facts on the drones of the Tau Empire. So let us begin with the surveillance drone. So a surveillance drone, aka the monitor drone, is a Tau drone designed to be deployed at high altitudes to record and relay detailed sensory information back to the Tau. Each surveillance drone has a complex melange of radiation echo sensors, temperature gauges, multiple primary and secondary optical magnification filters, and vast memory banks to aid it in intelligence-gathering missions. Surveillance drones will often be deployed in large numbers across a wide area, where an AI-assembled mix of radar, laser grid, and high-altitude survey drone telemetry can be melded together to expand a single surveillance drone's field of vision. A surveillance drone sensor equipment is so powerful that they are even able to map out subterranean topography. Next up, we have the speaker drone. So a speaker drone, also known as a transmitter drone or a message drone, is a tiny drone equipped with a speaker on its top face and a microphone array on its bottom. They're primarily used for communication purposes, and speaker drones will usually roll over to expose the appropriate recorder or receiver as required. Multiple speaker drones grouped together can provide a clearer and louder message when transmitting in unison. Next up is one of my personal favorite, the slave drone. So slave drones are tiny drones that are sometimes provided to Tau fire warriors on special covert missions, such as during an enemy starship aborting action. They are highly loaded with high-density Klestak explosives, which they can be programmed with limited orders. For example, slave drones will often move to a specific position while evading incoming enemy fire before detonating themselves in a devastating explosion, capable of reducing even power-armored space marines to a pulp. So essentially, these types of drones are like a targeting grenade. So basically, you can program them to hide out, wait until the enemy is near, and then they just boom, rush, and explode. That's just pretty awesome in my opinion. Who needs grenades when you can use a freaking drone, right? Next up, we have the networking drone. So network drones are high-flying drones that support Tau aircraft, usually through the use of marker lights. Now they can also support ground troops as well with their marker lights, however most of the time it is all Tau aircraft. The micro drone. Micro drone is a unique microscopic form of drone similar to that of nanobots, and it was invented by Shazvre Ovesa. Microdrones usually operate within the body to support the psychological or physiological processes of repair as well as cellular damage repair. Their efforts keep him alive even in his extended age, that is, Ovesa. Maintenance drones. Maintenance drones are small drones used as part of a Tau vehicle's automated repair system. When released, these drones will quickly swarm over damaged parts of the vehicle and perform field repairs in the midst of battle. The light drone. Essentially a light bulb. So a light drone is a form of Tau drone that holds aloft a powerful source of light. Their mobile nature makes them very useful, and they can be deployed wherever needed, such as in command meetings. The emitter drone. Minuscule in size, emitter drones are released in large swarms by a Tau vehicle, usually equipped with decoy launchers, and they serve as a defensive measure against enemy missiles. The Courier Drone. A courier drone is a torpedo-like spacecraft used by the Tau Empire to communicate between distant worlds and the various Tau septs. These drones are entirely controlled by their governing drone intelligence and are able to make interstellar jumps to deliver their encoded messages. The console drone is a small drone that is merely a sleek and intelligent floating console screen that displays information. They are commonly found within console drone swarms, and they aid in displaying information to Tau commanders or in an aircast void ship captain, depending on the usage. And then we have control drones. So a control drone is a tiny drone often found as a swarm hovering around an important Tau official. Each control drone is inscribed with a simple touch control icon, and it's used to dispatch relevant commands and orders to other Tau and AI systems far away. They are most commonly used in aircast commanders that are managing their void ships. The Chaff Drone. A Chaff Drone is a large and blocky Tau drone that can be deployed by Tau ships as a defensive measure against enemy torpedoes. When deployed, they are released outwards from hatchways in swarms and will use their heat-seeking systems to home in on incoming ordnance and neutralize it with pulses of magnetic interfaces to scramble their guidance systems. If necessary, these drones will even place themselves in direct way of the torpedo to detonate it prematurely. And next up is the the camera drone. A camera drone is a small form of Tau drone equipped with a single camera and video recorder. They are often used to record and document events and interviews, and they have been used in battle to record enemy unit movements. And lastly, we have the MV-36 Guardian drone. So this drone was developed in response to the high number of casualties suffered amongst Fire Warrior breacher teams. It is able to project a mobile invisible force field that forms a dome over the breacher teams, and that drone accompanies them everywhere they go. Because the shield has a large area of effect, it isn't as powerful as that of a dedicated shield drone. However, footage exists of a Guardian drone's shield turning aside shots from an Imperial las cannon. The protective ability of the Guardian drone is usually further bolstered by the field amplifier relays worn by members of Fire Warrior breacher teams. And with that, guys, we have finished part 1 into the drones of the Tau Empire. So there's a large variety of drones for basically any usage. There's drones that repair, there's drones that record, there's drones that control other drones. Like the amount of things that these drones can do is just astonishing. If there's a task that has to be accomplished, most likely there's a drone that can do it. So next time you go to McDonald's, there's probably going to be a Tau drone there. But anyway, guys, this was a pretty quick one. I just wanted to talk about these drones that aren't as widely known as the other ones. Sit tight, because tomorrow we will cover part 2, so we'll talk about like the Warscaper drone, gun drone, that kind of thing. And then hopefully the day after that, that's when we'll talk about the Chaos Space Marine Army that I'm starting. So for now, guys, what I want to ask you is, what is your favorite Tau drone? In my opinion, I always like shield drones. Just the thought of having a commander accompanying himself with a bunch of shield drones look awesome. I believe in 7th edition I used to run like a squad of like 6 shield drones and then have my commander in the middle of it, and he'd be wearing iridium armor and a stimulant injector, and he wouldn't die. He'd live the whole game. He'd be like, come at me, bro. Nothing would happen to him. Another thing to do back in the day was, again, to do the same tactic, except use marker drones and just mark up whatever you need to, because then your commander has a BS of 2. He'd have a command, or what's it called, a command link, and then he'd give that BS to his drones, and they'd be hitting on 2s. So that was an awesome tactic. And then the other tactic was the DACA commander. Give yourself, or ally yourself, with a bunch of gun drones, and then drop in from the skies and just DACA whatever you need to death. Usually burst cannons would work well, and anything you pointed your guns at would die. And if they tried assaulting you, you'd have at least enough wounds to kind of soak it up, and then your commander would be okay. Let's see what they do with the 8th edition when the Codex drops. But But again, we'd have to wait a little bit because I think it's Necrons after the release of the Thousand Suns, and then it's Tau. Or it might be Tau after that. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, that was everything I had to talk about for today. Don't forget that we are inching ever closer to 100,000 subscribers, so thank you guys for that, and when that happens, goodness is coming. So as always, this is the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'm signing out.